Hey everybody, welcome back to the Game Development Channel. It's been 4 years since I posted anything on this particular channel. You might be wondering, what is going on? Why is there a video today, like 4 years later? Almost literally 4 years to the day. Like, when was the last time we did something here was learn the Unfly plugins to the revival. That was scrapped. That was November 13, 2019. We're coming up to the 4 year anniversary. So what happened? What's going on and what changed? So obviously at the time my main channel was getting popular with stuff. Was starting to get into the whole tutorial thing. Then I had to take a break from RPG Maker. I mean, like, it was rough for a time because at the time everybody was talking about RPG Maker, but then when it's RPG Maker, a lot of games are samey, and it makes sense because it's RPG Maker. You're supposed to make an RPG, but most of the time it's the same, samey, same thing kind of thing. All right, so I started exploring other ways to make experiences, and I came across Unity. Okay, I started going into Unity. I'm like, yeah, let's see what I can make. Then turns out I started learning about VR chat 2021. I'm still doing VR chat today because that's one of the popular content on the main channel. But as part of VR chat, I get to make worlds. But making worlds is like making a video game because in VR chat you can make games. I'm like, whoa, okay. I have made 6 worlds since 2021, 2023. I started world development last year in July because of my learning of Unity. Since then, I've made 6 worlds, and there's a seventh world coming up very soon. It's Kindness Village. Excuse me, not Kindness Village. Village 2.0, which used to be called Moonlight House, which was just a house, but now it's going to be a village. I can't give you a preview today because I want to make my own video on it. But making something in Unity is like making a video game because in Unity you can actually make your own video game. It just turns out that I found a, a kit to make a game, a card game, and a FPS game. In fact, that little card game is on my itch.io right now. Yuki's first card game, and you guys can download that to try it out. Although there's gonna be a redo on it very soon. I learned how to make my own menu because of that. I learned how to make a menu. So you guys are gonna see that once I learn more. But it got me back into some game development of sorts because I'm learning how to make these little experiences. It's a small experience, but it's worth it if you know how to play it. Okay, I'm starting learning how to add bots, and pretty soon I'm using another FPS engine to learn how to add enemies by myself. Okay, so I'm expanding my reach just a bit. So what is going to happen on this new revival of Yuki Game Dev, which used to be called AY Game Dev? Well, a few things. Number one, I'm going to be focusing more on Unity because there's some tutorials I want to do, in particular for asset packs with kits. So on my main channel, Yuki Productions, I actually have a tutorial on the Nua deck. I have my own tutorial on the Nua deck shown here. This is my own tutorial. This Nua deck thing is actually how the card game is being made. So I show you guys how to do the Nua deck tutorial. I'm gonna bring this tutorial to our our channel here. But I just wanted to show you what this looks like. Okay? Alright, so you can use this if you want to try it out. It's not as it's not it is a long tutorial because I go through everything. I go through how to do this, how to do that, how to do this and that, UI, all that good stuff is shown here. How to add a menu, how to add a menu item. And you have to code it. You cannot just here you go, plop it into the game. No. You actually have to code this. And you have to follow the template shown by the developer of the asset pack. And you can see that it's getting interesting there. Now, obviously, I have my own model there because I started VTubing a little bit on my main channel. But this is how it would look like the code, how you're supposed to code it correctly. So I'm gonna be doing those tutorials. I'm also gonna be doing tutorials for asset packs, not how to use them, but more on those with the templates. So, for example, I actually have a little taste for you guys on an FPS thing. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing for FPS. I am using a asset pack from 314 Arts to make your own FPS game, as shown here. And it's playable to some extent. You do need a friend though, because bots are not showing up during offline builds for some reason. So you do need a buddy. And the way these work, this one works. If we go into play mode, in order to play with a buddy, you have to host the game. Let's go play multiplayer, host a game. Then you have to have a lobby, and you go online connectivity. Bots are gonna be disabled for this one, and then you have to look for room 836 on the lobbies on the look for game with your buddy. It's a mirror networking kind of deal. It's the mirror networking. Now it's just me. So this is my first map. It's a desert map. So I'm gonna present on how to start making maps, how to use the asset, how to start like putting everything together to make sure that the map works correctly, along with how to use a nav mesh, how to use this and that. I'm not gonna go into advanced stuff right away, but I just want to show you, hey, this is how you do this and that on the channel. Now the design of the channel will actually change now. The design of the channel in terms of like thumbnails and all that good stuff will actually change because we're transitioning into Unity stuff. All right, so keep that in mind. I'm also gonna change the actual picture of the circle, the icon. Obviously, I did that just because I wanted an icon for the channel. So, so you get something. But yeah, I'm excited to be back here, and I cannot wait to show you guys what I can do. So, what can you expect within the next couple of days as we return? I'm gonna actually showcase the map, the desert map for the FPS thing. I'm always going to start tutorials for that kit, the FPS kit from 314 Art, and then dev blogs of that game, plus the card game I'm working on is going to be included. I will not, however, use anything for VR chat, although some of the maps I will be making for VR chat will actually make it into the FPS experience. That's what you can look forward to. Now, as far as like how to support the channel, I will be doing that soon. We'll have a Patreon again. Okay, if you guys want to support not only game development stuff and experience making, but my VR chat world development too. Because again, like I mentioned earlier, some of those worlds I make in VR chat will also be a FPS world too. I hope you guys enjoy and welcome back to Yuki's Game Dev. Enjoy.